Hello YouTube. Okay, the cylinder heads are bolted down. Since just about every one of these bolts goes into the water jacket, you have to use a sealer. This is the sealer that I used here. And you miss the first couple threads and just put a little bit on right there towards the end. But the important thing is these have washers, and on both sides of these washers, you want to be sure to put lubricant. I've been using the Jegs lubricant. You can use the ARP as the instructions stated. I did have to make a slight modification to the washer #1 bolt here. You have to kind of grind the sides of it flat so it'll fit in between these two spring cups because it's really tight in there. But other than that, that's what they look like. When I install the water pump, it's a brand new water pump. It's a heavy duty water pump. I use grade 8 bolts to put that on. So it's got some good hardware there. But boy, I like these cylinder heads here a lot better than the other ones. It's going to take I think these are just going to work out so much better. Everything's going to fit together better. I've got to get these also have positive seals, and whereas the strange thing was, and on the website it said it had umbrella seals. Well, umbrella seals and positive seals to me mean two different things. Umbrella seal is it looks like an umbrella. It's just an upside down cup that goes on the valve stem, and it travels with the valve stem up and down. Well, a positive seal mounts to the top of the valve guide, and 100% positively keeps oil from being sucked down into the valve guide and into the engine and burned. So I would have been okay with it, if it had umbrella seals. I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to everything in life, and even valve stem seals. There's no difference here. There's advantages and disadvantages to each one of those seals, but I kind of prefer the positive seals over anything. One thing I did do was I marked my balancer, the inner and outer ring. I have a tool that I've used to find, once I found the center line for 0 here, I use this tool right here, and I put it on there, and I was able to scribe this other line here all the way between the inner and outer rings. And now granted, that's not necessary for just about most anything that you do out there, unless you want to know if the balancer is slipped. Right now, I'll know. Now, granted, this engine's been balanced, but it'll be easy to tell if the outer ring ever does slip on the inner ring, because now we have a nice, match-up line. So if it slips, then it's got to be replaced because it's out of balance then, because this engine is it's internally balanced, but the flywheel and the harmonic balancer are what they call a neutral balance, which means that they balance them. They have to add or subtract weight, usually subtract weight, to get them in balance, but they are balanced for their own accord. So that's what that is. But that also, big nice wide line like that, it's super easy to see with timing light too. There's just no mistaking it. But anyway, got the pulleys painted in a black matte, and boy, they turned out really nice. Same thing for the engine mounts, the clamshells there. Of course, I got new mounts on the frame ready to go. Now it's just on to moving the valve train geometry. I found some interior parts, and hopefully they're going to be on their way to me pretty soon. I'll have to paint those because I've got a the B pillar panels were just dust almost. I mean, they were ate up with being out in the sunlight and all that stuff. But yeah, it's looking really nice, and hopefully I can have the intake on it tomorrow, and move on to getting some of the other stuff done on the engine. But I'm going to stop the video for now and get my lifters in and start looking at my valve train geometry. Thanks for watching.